Hello. Thank you for joining for another episode at Investing with All I See is W. Today, I wanted to make this video to share with you my thoughts and ideas, as well as an update on where iBio is currently positioned. Alright, let's get started. So why is iBio positioned for success? Just recently, according to the National Environment Policy Act implementing procedures, Code of Federal Regulations, there have been new regulations put in place for genetically engineered organisms. And what we know is iBio's product has GE involvement. Now, the good thing is that there isn't a significant impact in terms of the outcome of its GE organism, so there's no significant problem there, and it seems like the process will still continue moving forward. And iBio's Contract Development and Manufacturing Organization, CDMO, has requested for a 1-year permit to allow for release of its GE tobacco. And now, the introduced genetic material is derived from known plants that we know of, for example, the Chrysanthemum morifolium, the barley, the Agrobacterium, and Homo sapiens and plant virus for non-coding DNA. And genetically engineered tobacco is known to be very safe, and it's widely known and has been used in greater than 260 applications. And what we know is iBio's CDMO has extensive experience, working with growing tobacco and flowering the usage. iBio is an expert in bioanalytics and protein characterizations with specialty in glycoforms, stoichiometric determination, and amino acid sequence, including glycopeptide identification. Now, iBio has a robust current good manufacturing practice with quality policy set in place for its manufacturing facility, where it is capable for fast production at low efficient costs. Now, iBio also offers sterile aseptic fill finish integrated processes as its core process for good current manufacturing processes as well. It also stands alone for different services for biopharmaceutical bulk manufacturing for active pharmaceutical ingredients. And now, while iBio is working with IBM, where it's providing free software tools to use, they also partnered with EdgePoint Artificial Intelligence for machine learning models on immuno-oncology. So I foresee long-term growth with highly specialized software technology companies and to bridge the gap between science and technology. Now, iBio will soon start using Texas A&M AgriLife research, and you'll see pictures on the later slides of visuals of this location at Texas A&M. But they'll be using Texas A&M AgriLife research for the purpose of growing and harvesting vegetative tissue exclusively of a transgenic tobacco plant producing recombinant human procollagen type 1. The collagen will be processed to commercial plants for clinical use. Now, what's interesting is that the seedlings will be started off in-house at iBio, and then once the seedlings grow, it will take about 21 to 45 days for it to be ready for transplantation. The end result will then be transported to the Texas A&M field site, where it will then have a 70-day cycle for growing. And once the growing cycle is complete at Texas A&M, the end product, which will be the leaves, that will be harvested and transported back to iBio facility and prepared for the extraction and purification of recombinant collagen. All right, and now the selectable biomarker, neomycin phosphotransferase 2, is known to be safe and widely used, and there is the stoichiometry, the chemistry of what I'm mentioning here. All right, and the picture on the top right is a picture from iBio, not necessarily from Texas A&M Agricultural Research. All right, and here's a picture of Texas A&M AgriLife Research symbol, and here is a picture of that location. It looks very nice and innovative, and as you can see, there's that word H2O at the very bottom. Here's a close-up view of the facility, and as you can see, there's lights that are emitting out from the second floor here. And as you can see, there's LED lights being leveraged here with trained staff inside the facility. Now, from a regulatory and environment safety impact, what are the regulators saying? Well, the good thing is that there's no safety indication or any significant environmental impact of the proposed release at this time. And it should also be mentioned that the proposed release will not cause a change in the agricultural status of the land. So what's going to happen is that Hidalgo County in Texas has been the elected point of location where one genotype will be planted on 5 acres of land, up to 14 plant sites. So the genotype won't change, but there will be 14 available plant sites for iBio to leverage its planting at Hidalgo County in Texas. Okay, and as you can see, it's right by the lower left hemisphere, right by the coast of Texas. All right, now iBio is focused on establishing its downstream manufacturing process while at the same time setting up, of course, the infrastructure for its research and clinical programs. Because what we know is that iBio 200 represented on the left picture and iBio 201 represented on the middle bottom left picture with its booster molecule Licum to enhance immune response. These two vaccines will soon be going into phase 1 clinical trials, testing on at least approximately 40 healthy patients. And this is interesting because as the company materializes and goes into different phases of clinical trials, I foresee the share price going up as the company materializes. And knowing that this company is a contract manufacturer where it provides standalone service for different methods required for regulatory approval, I feel like the company has positioned itself to be flexible while at the same time working on its own standalone vaccines for the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay? Now that sums up my presentation here, and I hope that this information was valuable for you. Thank you so much for watching Investing with All I See Is W.